Hey everyone, D-Dub Squizzy here, and welcome back to Civ 3 World War II. It has been a decent while. I have been sick and just busy. We had family in and stuff. There was a lot going on. All in all, it's been quite a time. But I am finally back and ready to conquer everything. Expect me to not remember everything that was going on before, but some of it should still be fine. Yep, all the normals still okay. That's right. I got them all headed up together. That last transport's full up, right? Yeah, it's got guys. Okay. You keep going. More folk wolves. I just need these things on the field. Yeah, I mean, I did fly my 88s in. We're gonna bring them in too. Yay, we got this song. The Skippy one. More Stugs. Just gonna start piloting all my new troops there. Need a couple at Georgetown. Keep this thing safe from enemy bombers. That exists, and I can do nothing about it this turn. Yeah, they're all still waiting too. Oh my word. I had way more there than I thought. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow, they can get pretty far. I'll just have to make sure to follow it up with all those. Let's see. Always helps to see a little farther. Can't wait to take out San Juan. Can't do anything with these guys yet. Let's see here. I know I kept some guys here to heal up. That's right. Yeah, and they're all still just chilling. Okay. So they're going to keep doing that then until they're all healed. Because there's a couple that still have to heal up. Alright, well that's all them. I think all of our Falkwolves are about now healed up too. We shouldn't have new targets out over the Atlantic. Gonna have some fun stuff going on in Alaska though. Here we go. Okay. Let's do that so I could keep an eye on that. Let's see what they have going on in Prudhoe Bay. I'm curious. I don't know if I've checked this one yet. Oh, bombers and one fighter. That's it. And then in Whitehorse, I think I already checked Whitehorse, but I can't remember. Whitehorse. Let's see. Oh, yeah. That's all of them. That's all of their fighters. And some Lancasters. Okay, so we're going to need to group up before we actually assault this one, because it's probably guarded by Matildas. Hold on. Okay, that's either a Matilda or a Valentine. That is a Matilda and an infantry, and they're in the mountains, not the hills. Our bombing run failed? What? That guy's not in the air. Interesting. Well, what if we tried to take him down then? That's right, we have these that are a bigger deal. So we're going to do what we can to hurt them. Oh, dang it. I need some of these things to, actually, some of you need to get into the air. We need to injure them. And American bombers are good enough that they will shoot us down. Okay, these things are trying to heal for some reason? I don't know. We're going to focus on blitzing this group here. Whoopsie. Do I keep doing that? Is that the same one? I think it is. Okay, wipe out those Lee Grants. They're about the most important one when it comes to what we need to kill. And I know that the Brits don't have enough aerial coverage to extend this far. So all I have to do is wound what they do have. Which was that the last of them? One more healthy Valentine. Now they have no actual full health Valentines. Which is good enough for me. Did we get bombed? I can't remember why these are hurt. I think we did get bombed. Okay, and then all of the M2A2s are under here. So let's break them up. Why are they fortified? They can't heal. And how do they all still have 2 hit points? And they're on top of the infantry. I'm not sure. Whatever. We're just going to keep hitting them in the hopes that they divide more and more. And then I'm going to send my own guys out here to start killing. Once I'm satisfied with the depletion of their own stack. They still have a bunch of M2A2s in here. Or M2A4s. I think it's M2A2s that we're dealing with. Ouch. Stop doing that. Once there are no more healthy ones of those, then I'll launch my tanks. Because right now, they're bold enough to attack. We've seen them do it. There you are. And start killing those things. Not actually killing. Unfortunately. Now, if only I could extend some sort of net that would trap them. I can. Oh my goodness, I can. I just came up with a great idea. That might be a terrible one, because the Brits are right on my doorstep. I think I've just come up with a way to maybe drive some of these guys out into the open. How are they looking? Still have a decent number of healthy ones. But the defense on these things is just atrocious, so they're going down pretty quickly. I'm so glad we have anchorage. This almost went so much worse. The victory won't be as impactful as I would like it to be if enough of these bad guys here get away. Which is why my main goal right now is just to kill as many of them as possible on the retreat. Still have a bunch of wounded ones hiding under the stack, but they're certainly not dangerous enough to do much. Not anymore. Like, even if they had me out in the open, they wouldn't try to attack. So what I'm thinking is that valley there, it's the only way for their tanks to get through. There's no roads on these mountains. All I have to do is put a defensive unit there, and if they're all down to 1 hit point, they will not try to get through it. They'll go around it. This is a much more open area, and it'll take them longer, I think. It's way less defensive. And it gives my tanks, from here, an opportunity to chase down and kill some of them. Unfortunately, it also means they will not be doing a drive-by of Anchorage, so I'm not sure it's a great idea. Not yet. Because, see, if they get out of range the 87Bs, it'll just be up to the tanks. And if they go around this route, like, they'll be up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. They might pass through again, and then they'll be right back out. So, might be wise to leave them in the direction they are going. And then just fly all my 87Bs up to Anchorage. That way we just have turns of sustained hammering against them. I might give them a turn to run, and if anything doesn't go out the valley, I block it off. At the very least, I can get in their way and force them to take less comfortable routes. Okay, I don't want to hit them too much, else we'll blow up that road. So we'll hit them like 6 more times and then see how many we have left to do. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is this a forest? Yeah. Okay. That all of them? Excellent. Fly the rest in. It might be a premature move, but what else are they going to do? And I need something that can actually defend Anchorage. Oh my word, I had so many of them. Wake up what's here, too. No, you guys keep doing what you're doing. Okay, whatever happens, my panzers are going right there. There we are. Okay. If everything flees onto that square, they can't catch them. Then if they ever delay on the retreat, that stat can do some serious damage. Or I could try to block it off, and we kill some stuff. Maybe I do block it off. These guys can't get away very quickly, because we're blocking the only fast route, so they'll go here. These ones will run, along with those. And what I can then do is have these guys chase them down and kill that, because this stuff can get away, but that's not that important. That's a bunch of very weak sauce. These guys are a bigger deal, and I can kill them and then kill some of these. And then if I wanted to open the pathway, something's coming together. But I still have a bit to think about before I make any firm commitments on that. Let's just make sure we don't lose Anchorage due to bombing, at least. Just bring in all the fighters. Any new 88s can go directly to the airfield. We're about to get another influx of new fighters and bombers. Ones that are coming in from farther away. And once I get these guys in, these 87Bs, then we'll be in business. This new? This might be new. Hold on. How far can you go? Up to Bolgan. Yeah, I'm not sure what else is going to get used around here. We'll just start putting down roads. Okay, I don't think we need to do more work around that place. Bangkok, I believe, however, can grow quite a bit. Not that much. They've had enough work done. Chiang Mai's all good. We could do some stuff for Rangoon. Yeah, Terran's making use of everything. Got our new Panthers. And our big scary SS Panzers. Holy cow, I cannot wait to get one of these in the field. I should probably listen to how they sound when they move. That seems like a lot of work. I'll do that later, probably, maybe. Do I have someone for that? I think I'm sending him to do that. So that is not technically next to the river. Interesting. Okay, well there's still a little bit that can be done to make this somewhat more productive. Let's go do that. Okay, this city is all good. Yep. We're going up here now, right? I think I sent him up here. I cannot remember. Sure. Cool, one more turn and Iquitos will be... Oh, Iquitos is connected, right. It'll be connected to the south. Oh, wow. Oh, now it's done. Cool. And then one more. Tefe will be connected, period. That might speed things up, too. Can't remember why we're putting down a road here. Let's put down one there, though, just to make sure this doesn't get choked off. There's a couple units that are going to hit Managua. Just like 3 or 4. Oh yeah, the Italians got out. I left them for a turn, so their entire navy is free. They're like ants escaping an ant trap. Or not trap. Farm. Been in there for ages, now they're finally out. I don't think they're going to know what to do with themselves. Cannot wait to get those things out in the field either. They're going to be super handy. Okay, pretty sure this is a pollution guy. This one was 2, I think. Right, they put down a road and then irrigate. I guess I could have moved those workers and gotten that done. Okay, Maputo's as good as it's gonna get. I don't know, we could come down here. Kimberly could use some work. Hawaii still has not fallen. So they're at least holding out pretty good. Next turn I should have enough planes to hopefully bring down Anchorage. I wounded whatever was on top of the stack. I can only assume that's the fighter, which means it won't be in the air next turn, but we'll test that before we try anything. And then I'll wipe out any bombers they've got. Hopefully. I don't know what we can expect as far as more British or American forces. I'm tempted to blow up that road to Whitehorse, but taking Whitehorse is super helpful, especially if that road is already there. So I should just leave it for now. They'll try to run. If I can punch through their defenses, it won't matter. Or I could just come up right behind them and block off the mountain. I don't know if I have anyone tough enough to hold the line if I do that, but that'd be pretty funny. Just lock them in here with me, make them take the long way around. Okay. There we go. That all of them? Not even close. Wow. Alright, well let's start funneling our workers in. Half of them. Wow. So did everyone get here with one movement? It looks like it. Excellent. Oh, you're here. Go there. You know what? They are all gonna have to go in. I need them to dry dock a bit. Some of them need to heal. It's not the best move, since I have so many planes here, getting them out is going to be difficult. But I think I have, yeah, I've sent enough of the planes away that it isn't as bad as it once was. Alright. Well, what new units, actually, can I bring over that would be helpful here? Bunch of infantry, a few panzers, not that much. I'm just not going to pull from here, actually. Here. The planes have a long reach. But, well, no, there's a bunch of them in there. Yeah, we're going to wait till we can do something about their bombers before I send out more transports. This is currently a very hazardous area. Okay, the Crusaders probably going to attack. That's not great. But the Valentines shouldn't. I think we've already cleared out the resistors here. I've got a lot of guys. And a 3E. I could make an attack. But I don't think I'm gonna. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna do it. Let's block that. Nothing should have the guts to attack that with 1 hit point. And that'll keep them from doing anything crazy. And now I just need my panzers to heal up for a turn. Oh, I still have a Panzer Grenadier in here. I forgot about that. And that guy. Right. If they go there, he could kill that. I have an idea. No. That thing's got a really good defense, and it's on a hill, even with 1 hit point. No, we're gonna do it. Yes. Kill that too. Kill that too. Okay, I'm gonna use this guy. There we go. And then we're gonna follow that up. I have a bunch of 8s. Yeah, more than he's probably gonna attack with. We'll do that. And now if he wants to attack an easier target, he'll hit that. And, you know, that'll be worse for him because it's not as helpful. That is probably gonna go there and there. It's gonna be well outside of our reach. That's fine. Our tanks will be healed up by the time it comes around, so if I'm really, you know, about destroying it, I can do it then. Because once it's here, the next turn it'll be there. That's 1 turn away from any of our panzers. And they're probably going to be on cleanup duty at that point. These are probably going to run to here. I won't be able to catch them unless I bomb them all down and then make a point of destroying them with what troops I have. Which I might do. I don't want them getting away. But to bomb them down, I'll have to break through the fighters here. Which is most of Britain's remaining fighters. And I'm not super keen on doing that. I don't have... Actually, that's a lot of Volk-Wolves. I might do that. I also have Messerschmitts. Yeah, I think we're going to do that, since I don't need to use them for anything else at the moment. And then I can use my 88s. We'll beat down that stack, and then whatever else they might send, which looks like they're going to have a couple. But we're going to try to destroy what's here first and foremost, because that's the stuff that I don't want to get away. And then anything else that runs will blow up shortly thereafter. I'm going to... I need to fly some 87Bs in, but right now... killing these stacks is a higher priority than eliminating the Brits. So, how many Stuarts does he have? Only 3. We take those out, and then these guys are on top. Oh, it's these Stuart. Why are these on top? Oh, they're fortified. That's why. If they're not fortified, none of them are on top. And then we can start taking out his infantry 1 by 1. The moment he's out of infantry, we hit him with everything we got. They might bomb this stack. I don't have any fighters in the air defending. That wouldn't be great. But it's not like I should need all of the hit points anyway. These guys are all down to 1. I think we can do a lot of very good cleanup work here. As long as these guys don't do anything crazy. And not too many new British units show up here. If that happens, we're in kind of poor shape. I love that. I love that they are blocking the road perfectly. With a militia division and a cavalry. That's just classic. Taking out White Horse is going to be tough. That mountain cities, they're annoying. But it'll totally be worth it. We'll have control of so much of the road network, they will not be able to stop us. That's why I need to keep these guys from running away. It's going to be a nightmare to take this city if I have to kill that many tanks to get it. Okay, yeah, that's them all good. Next turn, we'll have Managua. Let's go ahead. I think because I didn't do a whole lot this turn, I should be good to get 2 turns in this episode, hopefully. Let's see here. What do we got next? I'm thinking we won't see them. Yeah, they are bombing us. I knew it. Hey, that's the reason for the Panzer Grenadiers, though. They can attack. That's not why they're here. They're here to absorb shots like that. And potentially shoot something down. You know, my 3Gs are the majority of the units. I think that's what that is right there. Everything else has a higher defense simply to support them. Okay, so none of this nonsense should be fortified, right? They're not going to do this annoying cheaty thing where they fortify certain units when they run. Because sometimes the computer does that. Currently, its infantry are on top, which is what we want to see. I would say we should bomb them down first, but I don't think it's going to make a difference. Because I want to get rid of the AA, which is just the infantry, and they're on top of the stack now. The problem is that doesn't deplete the AA, killing the infantry. Oh! Yeah, those... I forgot. They can get farther away. Okay, yeah, we're not getting that stacked with these tanks. That's alright. We still buy ourselves time. A couple Lee Grants getting away, not that big a deal in the grand scheme of things. Not as much as wiping out that big stack there. I need to deplete their M2A2s. That's too big a force multiplier to leave alive. Where are you going? A bad direction. Because you went out there, I can get you now. Unless they get out of my range. Which they might. Okay. So our 88s have a target. Stinking Blackburns. They should only have the one Lancaster there. I only spotted one. Good work, Panzer Grenadier. That was all that one guy. I got enough Falkwolves here that even if they do hit us, they're going to do minimal damage and only to the Falkwolves. I need to get more in the air, though. Wait, this means that they don't have a bunch of fighters in White Horse. It's just these. Those were bombers, not fighters. That's a huge deal. So my Falkwolves are literally meat shields, and that's it. That's all they need to be. That's a Halifax. We need to blow that up. Okay, so this isn't their fighter army. They probably have a fighter or two there. This is their bomber army. Their entire offensive air force. We take this out. Britain's got nothing to defend themselves in the air. Yay, Matildas. If I block that pass, what are their tanks going to do? They're just going to roll up and straight up attack? Probably. They all have 7 hit points. That gives them a lot of bravery. The real question is, how many attack tanks do they have to spare? Okay, that's the wounded one that we saw in White Horse before. Decent bit of infantry, too. Yeah, they're going to make us work for this. I don't know, maybe we don't get 2 turns in. I want to take Managua this turn at least. Or this episode. Okay, they got quite a few tanks. We are not going to take Whitehorse easily. If I could get some paratroopers up here, I'd drop them on that mountain right next to it. But we're not going to have enough. We're just going to be holding the line for a while. Until I can get this road established and get the rest of my units up there. I need to get the rest of my 88s in range. Too bad I didn't capture a worker. I dropped down another airfield nearby and plopped them in. That's a lot of guys. Is that all of them? Okay, Hawaii, I don't think it changed color. It might have. It's hard to tell. But it still looks green to me. I'm gonna have to go check. You know, I've often wondered why the computer many times has cities that are at 12 population and it doesn't just build a hospital. I think I've figured it out. It's simply because they don't want to deal with the pollution. And as long as the city remains under 12 population, there's not going to be that much pollution. I'd never even considered it before, that that's a thing the computer cares about or takes into account, but maybe that's why some of the nations in this have such a major pollution problem, specifically, you know, the minor ones in locations, is because those cities are ones they would normally not manage for pollution well, so they just would avoid the problem altogether. But because they are preset with certain populations, growth parameters, and buildings, they won't sell the stuff, they won't starve their people out, and so they're just going to keep growing way faster than they have a means to, and cause more pollution than they're ready to handle. I'm not sure. I don't think the AI was meant to understand the worker actions that take place in this either. Like, workers can get stuff done very quickly. Wow, this thing's fast. How fast does it build a 7? That's too long. Build Panthers down here, though. They can move pretty quick. I better make sure that these ones have the right location on them, though. And lots of pollution. Let's see. Yeah, build a library. Yeah, this one doesn't even have a library yet either, and it's a massive city. These Indian cities, they grow quick. Oh, that happens here? Well, dang it. I'll just make sure we drop a couple security divisions. Here, we'll fortify and wake these guys. Okay, so they're going... Let's see, I want to make sure I get all the basics done first, so... Italy, brace your ears. We're going to have to kick Italy and Japan. So, them... Alright, and then we kick these guys out. Let's see, there was a pollution there. There's one right over here. I don't think we got anything out there. We had a lot of it, so I'm going to have to go through this a little slow. That one's already been assigned. Nothing down here, I don't believe. Nothing in Australia. Yeah. Okay. Over here, there's one. Wake you up. There's one right down here. One of them can deal with it, I guess. I feel like there was one down there, but maybe not. Did I get one in South America? No. And I don't think I got one in Britain, shockingly. Or even Spain, where I get pollution pretty frequently. But there was a decent bit over here, so that one... Nothing up there. There's this. Wake you. I know there was more than just those. Like, I saw the message a bunch of times. Is it really only like 4? Maybe it was. Huh. I thought there was more. Okay, this still American? It's still American. If they beat back the Japanese Yamatos, which had been pretty unbreakable until now, but if they manage to finally make some headway, it's going to be tough for the Japanese to unmake that. That's a lot of guys. Yeah. We're going to have to focus everything on keeping this stack down. So we're going to hit it with all our units. The Valentines are on top after the Matildas. Them and the Crusaders. So if I have enough planes to break through this entire stack, which I'm pretty sure I do here, then we can just do that. What do I have here for 88s? That is a lot. Is that too many if I plop them all in here? No. I can put all the rest of the 88s in Anchorage itself. And that should not cause us any trouble. These guys, a couple of them got beaten up, but the 3Gs are all good. Just the 3Hs took the brunt of the hit. So I can use the 3Gs to start smacking around these infantry. Then them combined with the 87Bs might be enough to get rid of the AA in this stack altogether. And then I might... I don't want to block this area off is the tricky part. Well, then I just clear this way, right? That's probably what I'll do. Just move him, like, right there. My tanks here should be good. One of the 3Gs isn't. The others are, though. I'm just not... They're not going to be enough to actually kill this stuff. I think we're just going to have to injure and let most of them get away. Which I really don't want to do. But I don't think we're going to have a choice. Maybe we just injure them all a little bit and let them run then. If we're not going to be able to capitalize and kill them, we let them get away. And we just start massacring anything else that's running. They're on a mountain. We're not going to try to get them. They'll go there and then their next turn. Oh, that's smart. They're probably going to escape. But I can start working at killing the other ones with my remaining units. Yeah, maybe we just 87B this stack this turn, and the next turn we start bringing them in, so we can start killing stuff. I don't know, we'll see. I don't want to overload Anchorage, but I might not have a choice. Right, before we move on though, this is probably going to be painful. We might lose a couple people, but we're going to do it anyway. I don't have any of my new, like, my Panzer IVs. Really? None. Nope, just Panzer IIIs, H's and G's. Okay. Probably gonna lose a couple guys. They only have like 3 infantry here, and a lot of planes, last I checked. So if we can do this without expending any of our fighters, it's a major loss to them. And you know, this is why we have panzers. I am not using a veteran panzer for this. keeps happening. Oh, a flak. Kill that. Kill that now. Cool. Well, let's take one of our veterans now and level up real quick. That's pretty sweet. Ah, so much better. Now let me guess, Guatemala's going to be the same thing? I mean, if they are, we're just not going to even... Oh, we keep the barracks and the harbor, too. Right. That's awesome. Let's see, if I go ahead and investigate Guatemala, is it going to have another 8,000? Oh, yeah. And it's building B-29s? That's crazy. Getting in there is going to take forever. It's the same thing all over again, except we're going to have to actually kill something on that mountain. We might just have to do this all the way up Central America. Because I've got no reason not to. Right, where it's going to take us that long to get there anyway. This way we lose way fewer units. We've captured, I think, our first American workers now. I don't know if we got any at Panama. I don't think we did, because they all had time to run away. And I punched through before we actually landed. Alright, well then, if they don't, I guess we'll have to see, actually. I can't see yet. We'll have to see if they have Wolverines. If they have Wolverines, because I failed to check that, then we're going to have to bomb them down first. But let's see what they're looking like for fighters now. We might prompt them to not prioritize fighters anymore. They're down to just 20 Mustangs. Still a bunch of Wildcats. 19 Buffaloes. Only 2 Acrobats, but 53 Thunderbolts. Okay, so they still have a bunch of those. You got some Hellcats. What's a Hellcat? Okay, pretty average. I'm okay with that. Alright, much as I want to use my bombers to hit everything else, like all of the enemy planes, I don't think I'm going to be able to. And even that, no, it didn't run. Wait a minute, one of those Crusaders just parked here and waited. That's weird. Didn't even attack that guy. Alright. Well, we're just going to wound this whole stack, and then fly in our other planes. I think we will focus on taking out these bombers while we can. We're just going to injure this stack for a bit until I can get this whole situation sorted. America's troops are going to take a nosedive in numbers. I can foresee it. And then, once I've got this whole region properly secured, and now my workers can start heading out here to clear stuff up. Because I don't think we have to worry about any... Let's see. I can send out one Panzer Grenadier right here with them. We can establish that road and then put one there. And then I can start very quickly ferrying units back and forth. And then we can make some progress on Whitehorse, which I'm probably going to take before Prudhoe Bay, since it's a much bigger deal. That locks this whole sector down. Once that's taken, I'm assuming what America's been doing is getting right to here, or maybe probably there, actually, and then going up and around, because Britain probably went up for those furs. So there's probably a road that takes you most of the way, if not the whole way here, and then they just go through across this pass to get to there. And so we take this, that basically restricts the movement. America cannot get through. Or Britain, for that matter. And it's such a massive chunk of space that there will be no fighter cover. We'll have plenty of time to prepare for our next move. But we're going to have to get to Whitehorse and take it first. But hey, at least we took Managua. So that's pretty cool. And we can finally sink that, which has survived precisely one turn too long. Now once we do that, I think I'm going to send my fleet out to here to start harassing San Juan and blowing up all of its stinking bombers that they've been using on us, because I'm so tired of their existence. And once we've got that one hurt bad enough, you know, honestly, I'm just going to make sure I'm going to do this now. That way we don't forget about it in the future. Yeah. Alright, well, a lot of things are looking up, but that is going to be it for this one. If you haven't yet, please check the link in the description for my book, and if you like the look of it, give it a read. If you like the read, give it a positive review. Otherwise, thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one.